Hello, everybody, and welcome to our RE-EDUCO school contest. I'd like to thank you all for your interest and your participation, and I am sure for your innovative ideas that you're going to develop under this exciting initiative that we are performing under the scope of this project. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. I am Carmen Fouquet. I am project manager in Insomnia DI8. We are a digital innovation hub that is placed in Valencia, in Spain. But I am not alone in these sessions. In the backstage, we have our partners from Italy. We have the Link Campus University together with Italian Digital Revolution. Link Campus University is a private university that is located in Rome. We have also our colleagues and partners from Greece, from the Hellenic Open University, located in Patras. They are the only state university that develop lifelong education, non-formal lifelong education. We have also our colleagues from Cyprus, located in Nicosia. We have the Cyprus Computer Society, that is an information and communication technology association. And finally, we have our colleagues and partners from Finland. They are Omnia, a joint authority education that is placed in Espoo. If you want to know more about our consortium, I recommend you to visit our website. You will find the link below in the description of this video. So let's start our session, seeing what are we going to learn today. So, which are the contents of our session? First of all, I would like to talk to you about the project, just in case you have not heard about it before. After that, I will introduce you or just make a brief recap of the methodology that we are going to follow during all this training process. After that, I will introduce you. The last formal introduction will be our contest. I will explain you the objectives and the calendars that we are going to follow. And then we are going to start with the most interesting content of this session, that are the tool that we are going to use, the business model canvas. Some of you maybe know it, some of you maybe not. So I am going to introduce you this tool. And after that, I will introduce you and give you some inspiration and ideas about the different sectors that you can address with the different solutions that you are going to develop in these sessions. And finally, I will give you some homework to do before the second session. It is going to be a brainstorming session in which we are going to define which are the sectors that you are going to address, and also not only the sector, but this initial idea that we will work in more deeply in the next sessions. So first of all, I would like to introduce you our project RE-EDUCO, Reimagine Education Competencies, is a European project that is composed by a consortium of 6 partners, as I've previously said to you, and these 6 partners are from 5 different countries. These 5 different countries are Finland, Cyprus, Spain, and Greece, and also Italy. And this project is co-financed by the Erasmus Plus program. Maybe you know Erasmus Plus from other mobility initiatives, but this program also funds projects like RE-EDUCO. Our project was born after the new training methodologies that were needed after the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. As we are self-isolated in our homes, the online education, the digital education was not an option, but a must. So as an answer to this necessity, RE-EDUCO tries to encourage the production, the experimentation, and also the sharing of new approaches and training methods in the field of this digital culture. We want to enhance the role of the digital culture in our daily lives. That means improving the possibilities for growth and exchange, and also widening the choices for young people like you in the private and their professional lives. We are considering this a complex framework. The project was born from the need to produce, to test at a transnational level, as you will see. You today are with me you are people from Finland, from Cyprus, from Greece, from Italy, and from Spain. We are going to test in all these countries a range of methodologies and the best practices to improve your skills and the skills of your teachers too, and encourage you to embrace this digital innovation. This is an innovation project, don't forget that. And we want to include this innovation not only in your lives, but also in your career, in your opportunities, and in the educational environments in which you are right now living. To achieve the project goals, we have like 3 points, three main objectives that I would like to explain to you right now. As you can see, we have more objectives in this project, but right now the ones that affect you more are, first of all, we want to give you a framework to help you in the understanding of the potential that the digital culture and the digital technologies offer in your personal and private life. You're going to think of these different digital technologies in order to develop an innovative idea. We want to offer you the opportunity also to increase your digital skills through the collaboration with other digital companies that you will see in future phases of this contest, and the participation in this creative active learning. And we want to encourage you also to share these materials and these ideas through the promotion of an international community. As I said, the people that are today with me, you, the students, are from different countries, and this contest is a great opportunity to interact with other participants from other countries different from yours. So, talking about the methodology of our the training process that we are going to follow. Our approach is a student-centered approach, okay? And that means that we are developing a personalized and a competency-based learning. You are the center of our methodology. And thanks to the online format that we are going to follow and the sessions that are going to be recorded during all this process, we want you to learn anytime and anywhere, and to take the total ownership over your learning, and also your interests and skills are going to be incorporated into the learning process, okay? So I would like to send you a message. You are in the center of our methodology, and this is why we want to listen to what you have to say to us, okay? So don't forget that you are the starring people in this trip that we begin today. How are we going to implement these training sessions? Okay, we have three main roles. First of all, I would like to introduce you the role of the mentor. We are local experts that are going to help you with the development of your innovative ideas, okay? The sessions are going to be imparted in English, but you will have also the materials in your national language in order to make it easier for you to develop some concepts that maybe are more difficult than others. You will have a business model canvas template, and this is why we are going to explain the business model canvas point by point in these different sessions, and all the doubts all the doubts that you have after the sessions are going to be solved. You can write to the different contact emails that you have at the end of this presentation, and also through the YouTube comments you can write down your doubts, and we will solve it as soon as possible in order to make it easier all the development process, okay? And you will have also an asynchronous support outside the mentoring sessions. That means that your teachers, together with us, mentors, are going to help you during all the process, letting you take this your own times, and as I've said previously, to have ownership of your own learning, defining at which time of the day you would like to work on each point, and if you want to work in groups physically or remotely or whatever. The second role, or second important role that we have here, are the teachers. The teachers are your teachers, and this is a great advantage because they will support you and assist you during all the sessions, and they allow this personalized tutoring model that we have developed. These mentoring sessions will help them to lead you during all the development process, and they will be in contact with local mentors constantly. So any help that they need in order to assist you, we are here also to help them. And finally, it is you, the students. You are our most valuable player in this process, in this development process, in this context. You will receive all the tools to develop your innovative ideas, and it is required to you an active participation. That means that your work does not consist only on watching the sessions. You have to interact with us, mentors, to send us your doubts, to send us your progress, so we can monitor the whole process and help you. And we have a bi-directional communication during the whole process. As you know, you are going to work in groups of maximum 5 people, and you'll have time after the sessions to develop the business model canvas point by point together with teachers and with the support of the local mentors. That means that after each session, you will have homework that you have to complete before the following session. And remember, there's no limit to your innovative imagination. You are here to dream, and you are here to make your dreams come true. Here we can find like a brief calendar or scheduling of our sessions. You are right now watching the first mentorship session. The 4 sessions will take place online. They will last between 1 and 2 hours. And in this first one, as I said, I'm going to explain you, or I'm explaining you the RE-EDUCO training process. Also, I'm going to introduce you the tool, the business model canvas, and the explanation and determination of sectors. And you will have as homework a brainstorming in which you are going to define, as I said at the beginning of the session, your idea and the sector that you're going to address. In the following mentorship sessions, we are going to work over the business model canvas. In the first one, we will help you to define the problem, to identify the problem, to define a solution, to better define a solution that is going to start from the idea that arises after this first mentorship session. And finally, we are going to help you to develop this unique value proposition. And in the next ones, we will see the block of the business in the business model canvas. And in the last one, you are going to develop the customer points in order to finish the whole template, okay? So what about our contest? Our contest is undertaken in 5 countries. So we have 5 national contests, one in Italy, one in Greece, one in Finland, one in Cyprus, and one in Spain. This contest closes at May 31. That means that by this date, you will have to submit all your ideas as it is specified in the contest rules. And you are going to compete first in this first phase only with students from your country at a national level. That means that after the closure of the contest, we, an advisory board, is going to choose 2 ideas per country. So we are going to have 10 winner groups. That means that in June or July, according to your holidays and your availability, because not all the countries work in the same way, you are going to know which are going to be the 2 winning groups in your country. These 10 groups are going to attend to a second phase of the contest that consists on startup sessions. That means in September of this year, 2022, these winners will pitch their ideas in front of an advisory board composed by different startups that are specialized and are experts in the different sectors that you have addressed with your ideas. So for example, if you have developed a smart city solution, you will have a startup that is an expert in smart city solutions and that will give you feedback according to help you to the improvement of your idea. These startup sessions will take place internationally. They will be as an online session in a synchronous way. So you will have to pitch perfectly your idea in order to win. If you want to win, you have to make a perfect pitch. But don't worry about this, because this contest also involves and also includes a pitch training, just in order to help you to do your best during this last phase of the contest. So after these startup sessions, one of these 10 ideas will be selected and will be the winner of the international contest. So prepare your English and prepare yourself to win. And this winning idea will receive a 3-month acceleration program after the end of the project. So you could transform the paper, your idea that is only written on paper, you could transform the idea into a real business. Which are the specific objectives of this contest? We have our first of the main objective, that is to help you to produce innovative project ideas and to accompany all this, the development of this entrepreneurial idea, to transform this into a startup through the collaboration with digital companies that we are going to contact only for you, and also to design these co-sharing paths for digital development in an innovative, in a sustainable, and in an inclusive way in various key sectors for the European economy, society, and economy and society. And you are going to use innovative learning methodologies as the one that I have introduced you in the previous point. But we have also other objectives that maybe are not as obvious as these two first objectives that I've introduced you. We want also to strengthen the relationships between you and between your teachers, and also between your teachers and you and the business companies that you are going to meet all along this contest. And this business part is really important. Maybe right now some of you don't see the potential of being in contact with these business companies, but in the future it will be a key player to have this relationship and this network, just to develop or to have a successful professional life. We want also to help you to develop or help you to use some tools and some apps that promote the digital innovation. We want to bring the digital innovation to you, and to enhance some skills, such as digital skills, the entrepreneurial skills, and also soft skills, as well as to help you to develop or to enhance your project management and your teamwork skills. The calendar, as I said, between this first session has been published, and you have the link on our website, on our YouTube channel, and also some partners have distributed this link among the students of their country. This first session is taking place in the weeks between April 4th and April 14th. But the next ones are going to open in a range of more or less 1 to 2 weeks. And you can see here the timing of the different sessions. And just keep in mind, please, that after each session, you will have homework that you have to finish before the next session, if you want to be adapted and to follow the rhythm of the different contents that we are going to show you. So it is time to introduce you the tool, the business model canvas. What is the business model canvas? The business model canvas is an strategic management tool that is going to help you to define your business model and your business idea. And what is the business model? Just in order to understand this definition. The business model is a document that is going to gather the first ideas that you have about your business, the business that you want to build. It includes the content of this business, which is the idea, to describe the idea, but also how you are going to structure this idea into different key factors that compose this business model, and also you are going to describe which are the actions that you are going to perform that generate added value to your idea, and not only to your idea, but also to the sector address, and also to your users and customers. And this business model is going to be used to exploit your business opportunities. It's going to help you to not lose all the opportunities that you have in front of you. Just to recap, it is like the first map of your business, and it explains the goal that you are following with your business, with the idea that you want to develop. And it has to show the product or service that you are going to develop, also who is your target group, who are the people that you are going to address with this idea, and also which are going to be the commercialization channels, because innovation is wonderful, but you have to say how are you going to put this innovation into a real idea that works in the daily life of your target group. And also we are going to explain you this model, this business model has to explain how are you going to earn money and to make your idea sustainable in time. And when I say sustainable, I am not meaning in terms of environment. Of course, you have to take this into account, but when I say sustainable, I am talking about how is your business going to last in time by generating this revenue stream. And why have we chosen the business model canvas? Well, because it is very simple, it is visual, and it is also effective. Here you have our tool. As you can see, it is a canvas with different points, and all these points are interrelated. The first one that we are going to see in the following sessions is the value proposition. The value proposition is what makes a difference. Just for example, think of Zara, the Spanish brand. This brand offers you clothes that are really trendy, but they are low cost, or the price is acceptable. So you can dress fashionable, but at a price that you can pay. So this is the value proposition that Zara gives to you. Then we have on the right side, the customer block. You have to define which are going to be which is going to be the customer segments. That means the customer market that you are going to address, who is going to buy or to use your idea. Then you have to define the customer relationship. This is the ways in which you are going to communicate with your customers, and what are you going to give them. If you are going to have a loyalty program, if you are going to have a physical assistance, or you are going to have only online assistance, things like that. And also the channels. The channels are the ways in which you are going to materialize this customer relationship. If you're going to have a website, or if you're going to have an app for your smartphone, or whatever. And finally, we have the revenue stream. That means we have the balance between the price we need or we have in mind and the price that the customers are willing to pay for your product or service. So you have to find the balance in order to attract customers, but also to make, as I've said before, your business sustainable. And this revenue stream should always be cost effective. And on the left side, we have the business block that we're going to be in the session 3. And in this block, you will find the key activities. That is, what are you going to do in order to reach or to meet this value proposition that you have made previously? Also, which are the resources that you need in order to implement and to develop these activities? That means not only material resources, but also human resources and non-tangible resources too. For example, if you need a specific knowledge of any specific technology, this will be something that is non-material. And finally, we have the key partners that are other actors, other companies, other people that are not working directly for you. That means this is not your staff, and or they are not using your resources, the resources you have paid for, and you have the ownership. These are, for example, a company. Imagine that you are a clothes clothes brand, and you need to distribute and to deliver to your final customers your products. So that means that you will need a logistics company to do that. So this will be a key partner, okay? And finally, we have the cost structure. The cost structure is the cost proportion assigned to each activity. That is, how much money I am going to need to pay to my human resources, or to pay for the machinery that I need for the developing of my idea, or how much money I am going to dedicate to marketing campaigns or to customer services. Don't worry about that, because we are going to see it deeply in the following sessions, but this is just an introduction in order to get you to be more familiar with this wonderful tool that, as you can see, in one page you have the idea of the whole business, and it is easy for an expert to see if your idea is going to be could be turn into a startup, or maybe it's just a crazy idea that cannot take place. This will help you not only to us to evaluate your ideas, but also to you to see if your idea makes sense. And right now, I would like to give you some ideas about the different sectors you can address. As you will know, in the Contesst rules, we have 4 sectors. The first one is the climate change. We have also health and well-being. We have also education, and we have also smart cities. The first one, climate change, as we know, is a reality that threatens us in every life, every form of life on our planet. So it is on our hands to reverse and to mitigate the situation that has been caused only by us, by the human being. So which are mainly the goals of the solutions that we are going to develop? Well, the goals include the mitigation of the climate change, of course, the reduction of the carbon dioxide emissions. We want also to protect biodiversity, the plants or animals, and all the resources that we have in our on Earth, for example, the water, and also the soil, and so. And if it is possible, we want to reverse this situation or to reach the climate neutrality. Okay, this is an objective that we have in Europe, in different European cities. How are we going to do that? Well, we have renewable energies. We have also alternative fuels. We have the option to recycle some resources, also to reduce the waterways, the plastic consumption, and to develop sustainable homes that generate more energy than they consume, or, for example, to develop new and alternative means of transport. And in order to do that, we have different digital technologies. For example, we know the 3D printers. With the 3D printers, we can just build something from zero in a more sustainable way. We have also the renewable energy technologies, for example, the solar panels. And we have also some digital resources to reduce paper waste. I'm sure that you know that I'm sure that most of your teachers have told you, do not print if you don't need it. You can learn using your computer, reduce your paper waste. So this is another option, and all these digital resources that help us reduce this the consumption of paper are also a solution, or are also a tool. Artificial intelligence right now is helping us in the prediction of future climate events. Also is helping us to develop patterns and to know if we are having a routine or some habits that are damaging the environment. The artificial intelligence, together with the big data, help us in that. And then we have the industry that for sure will explain it a little bit more later. I have here an example that I would like you to know. You have the link in the presentations, in the PowerPoint presentation. So if you want to know more, you can click on the link and you can visit this solution, the webpage of the solution. They are the positive energy homes. A positive energy home is a home that is so efficient that produces more energy than it consumes. This extra energy, for example, imagine that you have a solar panel and the whole home is electrified, okay? And this home that it is electrified supplies energy with through this solar, the energy supply is through the solar panel, for example. So you are ensuring that you are zero carbon, a zero carbon solution. And imagine that you have consumed less energy because your home is so well built that you don't need any energy to keep your home warm during winter, for example. The home itself keeps warm during winter, so you don't have to turn on the air condition or whatever. So you have an extra energy that you can use to charge your smartphone, for example, or to charge your computer, or to charge even your electrical vehicle. So as I said, there are several digital technologies that could help you or could be your inspiration to develop your ideas in case you don't have any at that point. And these digital technologies are, for example, as I said, big data and artificial intelligence. There are so many apps that predict or that use this big data and analyze this data and use artificial intelligence just in order to say, well, next week there will be a climate event in that part of the world, or you can use this data just to see the pollution of the different cities in the world. Things like that. We have also these digital apps that include some of these technologies, okay, and that help you to monitor even your carbon print. Then we have, for example, the Internet of Things for the development of Industry 4.0 solutions. Industry 4.0 is the revolution of industry using sensors and other technologies and big data. And this Industry 4.0 just allows to increase the efficiency of the productive plants just in order to save energy or even to increase production with the same amount of energy. Then we have, for example, the option of using LED. LED is a lighting solution that consumes less energy. Also, CO2 capture that can be turned into new biofuel or bioenergy. I invite you to make a research on this solution. We have also some renewable energy such as the solar panels and some connected solutions for electrical vehicles and things like that. These are some examples of data technologies that are being used right now in the climate change solutions. So I would like to give you here some ideas for new solutions. We have the renewable energies, some alternative energies and fuels. We have also alternative and electrified transport, not only for you, but also for the city, the public transport, for example. Also, climate neutrality solutions. You can develop something to reduce the emission or to compensate the emissions with other activities or other actions that, as I said, compensate the damage. Then we have also solutions for the biodiversity protection. You can also develop something under this topic, or some alternative agriculture or animal breeding solutions too. We have eco and biodegradable products or solutions addressed to energy, water, paper, and other resources waste, and also solutions for the plastic reduction, or only for raising awareness among the population, okay? Here we have some other examples. You can visit each of them, and some of them are just apps for your smartphone that help you to raise this awareness by showing interesting data about climate change, pollution, and to monitor your habits and to help you improve these habits to help you in the way to be environmentally friendly. The second sector that we have here is the health and well-being. As you know, and especially after the outbreak of the pandemic, health and well-being are becoming digital. The digitization of some services helps professionals to improve the monitoring of different illnesses and the patients too. And for example, you have multiple apps to monitor your exercise routine. I'm not only talking about health, taking into account your doctors or your hospitals, but there are a lot of apps that help you to monitor, as I've said, some daily habits that could improve your health and your well-being, of course. So the goals of this sector are to personalize, first of all, the attention in illness therapies. For example, imagine a person that has diabetes. You could develop an app to help this person to monitor their illness and to personalize, not only to monitor, also to personalize the treatment that they receive. We have also as a goal the immediate or faster answer to emergencies. Imagine that you can send a notification when an emergency happens close to you, and an ambulance receives this notification and goes directly to the point at which you are located. Also predictive medicine to save costs and to save lives, of course, and that reduce the workload of doctors or people that work in healthcare. And also we want to develop solutions that are patient-centered. The digital technologies that are being used today are big data and data analytics. Also, artificial intelligence is used today in order to personalize, in order to predict, and in order to analyze this data and understand the data that we are analyzing too. We have virtual reality or augmented reality for simulations, especially surgery simulations. It is really useful. 3D printing for some devices and different, the devices that are being used in medicine. Also chatbots that reduce the workload and help the doctors to make a first filter of the possible illnesses that the patient has, and robots for surgery, and also the solutions for telemedicine. How is this being implemented? Well, we can digitalize the public medicine services. We can also develop new monitoring apps for patients and for citizens in a general context, because these monitoring apps are not only for monitoring an illness, but for example, you can monitor your exercise routine or the things that you are eating every day. You can also use new technologies applied to new illnesses therapy, or make a collection and centralization of data in order to predict and to develop new solutions and therapies. Some problems that we are facing today is that the data are not centralized, and for example, a city does not have all the patients' data in the same database, so it is more difficult to predict or to analyze what is happening with the citizens. Centralizing this, it's also a possible solution that you can implement. And here we have an example, MD-Life. MD-Life is an app, a remote medicine app that works for non-emergency issues, of course. And this app is like a marketplace of doctors in which you connect to medical and to pediatric doctors in order to analyze what is happening to you if it is not an emergency, of course. And it is also based on behavior. It's a behavioral health therapy, so it allows the personalization of treatment and to find the doctor that better suits you. As I said, we have different digital technologies. We have big data and data analytics, and also predictive analytics that use artificial intelligence. For example, we have the different chatbots that are also based, or could be also based on artificial intelligence in order to make, as I've said, this first filter. The robotics applied to surgery, the virtual and augmented reality, and also 3D printing for some medicine applications. We have also new ideas. I would like to give you new ideas for new solutions. These new ideas for new solutions include mental health. Since the pandemic, mental health has been one of the big issues that we are facing. So you could maybe find some mental health solutions or to create mental health solutions. You have also, for example, an app or a solution for monitoring diabetes. That is also a really common disease today. We have also solutions for the digitization of the public health services, or exercise and food apps. that, for example, if you want to create an exercise routine, you can also develop an app for that. Apps for good and healthy habit too. You can also focus on active aging. I also invite you to make a research of this concept. Active aging right now, it's other priorities, another priority for our society, of the European society. You can also develop a solution for chronic illnesses, or wearing medical devices that help to monitor a person and their condition or the illness condition. And some other examples that I let here for you are all these apps that are focused on different sectors of medicine and of health. And the last one, we have the Nike Training Club. I am sure that you know this app. And the Nike Training Club monitors your exercise, helps you to, if you go out for a run, if you go jogging, you have this app to monitor the time you are spending, the kilometers and the distance you have covered during your run. And for example, some other parameters, such as if you have a wearing medical device, or the iWatch that we all know. If you have that kind of devices, you can even monitor your heart rate, sorry. The third sector is the digital education. As we all know, education is changing, and the digital technologies are revolutionizing learning methodologies. This is why our project was born. And here, if this is the sector you want to address, you have to follow, or you have to keep in mind, not only solutions. You have to develop. You can develop not only solutions for the school life or for the secondary school. You can also develop solutions for the professional education, for people that is working and wants to learn about something, university, or for people that is unemployed and wants to learn about something that could help them to find a new job. So the goals that you have to follow, that you have to keep in mind, is that your solutions have to make possible a more flexible and an inclusive solution for learning for everybody and everywhere. And also the development of new methodologies that motivate students. These are the two main goals that you have to follow. How can you do it? Well, you have online and hybrid courses. As an example, you can use a student-centered approach. You have to take into account the professional education, as I've said, secondary education, university education, all kinds of educations. And you have to also keep in mind the new regulations that guarantee the rights and duties of people regarding digital education. And which are the digital technologies that are being used? Well, you have animation technologies in order to give a lesson. You can use an animated person, not a real one. You can use also artificial intelligence. You can also virtual reality and augmented reality to reproduce a place or an object that it's not physically there, but you can use these technologies in order to help people to see a place or to see that object by using these technologies, and without the necessity of moving from their place to this another place, or to buy the object, to study, or even to reproduce places that do not exist. And blockchain is also being used for data storage, because in education we have some data that are sensitive data, but also for incentivization. We all know blockchain, we all know Bitcoin, we all know the different coins and the different technologies that are under this term, blockchain. So blockchain could be used also as an incentivization. And also big data and business intelligence to have some insights, or cloud computing are also technologies that you can use. And an example is the Moodle. Moodle is an online platform that allows you to create your own e-learning platform. It is available for computer and also for a smartphone and other smart devices. And it has also sandboxes. A sandbox is an environment in which you can test something. It offers you a personalized solution, and it has multiple functionalities to help you in the development of a personalized platform that adapts perfectly to your philosophy and your learning methodology. As I've said, the digital technologies that you have are animation, big data, and business intelligence. Business intelligence allows you to create a screen that gathers the different results of the analytics, and that allows you to monitor KPIs and numbers. Artificial intelligence for prediction, for personalization of the education, because with artificial intelligence we can meet, know better the person you have in front of your computer, and it will help you to personalize the experience. Also, artificial reality and virtual reality to reproduce environments that are not physically there, or objects, incentivization and data storage with blockchain, and also cloud computing, just in order to save resources. If you have all your data on cloud, you won't need a physical server or a physical device to keep all this data, and you can store it. You can storage more and more data just remotely, and this is a solution that could help a lot to the educational institutions. Also, ideas for new solutions. We have some learning management systems such as Moodle, apps for learning languages. I am sure that here it is not included, but I'm sure that you know Duolingo. That is an app that helps you to learn a lot of languages. Also, online course platforms, tools for e-learning that you find and you say, okay, me as a student, I see that there's that kind of tool or that kind of resource that I would like to have, and I have not found any solution for that. Well, you can develop it. Also, gamification, it is a good resource, gamification, because it makes education funnier, and also augmented and virtual reality to learn from simulation. Not only to reproduce places, you can simulate something. And as I said, for example, for surgery, there are in the previous sector, we have solutions for eHealth that reproduce or that simulate a surgery, and it can help medicine students to learn without a person, just by simulation. And here you have some other examples. I talk about Duolingo, but I'm sure you have also, for example, Coursera or Udemy or EDX, that are e-learning platforms, really prestigious and really famous e-learning platforms with a lot of courses about a lot of different topics, digital education, digital technologies. You have also business courses and things like that. And the last sector are the smart cities. A smart city is a city that uses technology to provide services and to solve the city problems, okay? For example, you can develop smart services for transportation, for public transport, or to improve the accessibility, not only to the city, but also to the public transport, or to improve the social services that the city gives to the citizens, or to promote sustainability, or to listen to the citizens' voice. So the goals are, first of all, to improve the policy efficiency. That means that if you involve and if you include the citizens in the development of the regulation, it is better because you are listening to what they need. Also to reduce the waste and the inconvenience, the water waste, the resources waste, to manage the garbage of the city, and to manage all the resources that a city needs to work, and to improve the social and economic quality, not only by developing new services, but also by listening to the needs of the citizens, and to develop the solutions that they need, not only the solutions that the government thinks they need, and also to maximize social inclusion. This is really, really important, since we are becoming more and more global, and the social inclusion is key for the quality of life and for the perfect life in a city. How can we do that? Well, we can collect data in real time about all kind of things. For example, you can have traffic information just in order to inform your citizens if there is a jam in some part of the city, or this part of the city has a fluid traffic, so you can drive in this part, or just to monitor the air and the water quality. For example, if the air is really polluted, you can also say, okay, today the air is really polluted, or we have, it happened recently in Spain, we have like a sandstorm, a sandstorm in a kind of sandstorm here, and the government said that that the recommendation was to go outside with a face mask and to stay at home in some places of the country. Also solar radiation to say if the ultraviolet radiation is more dangerous according to the season of the year. And the government could use all this information to act immediately to solve any problem. I will give you right now some examples. And the digital technologies that you can use are, for example, the sensors to monitor motion, to monitor the air quality, to monitor traffic, whatever. Also artificial intelligence to analyze this data, to predict and to anticipate to the citizens' need. Big data, of course, virtual reality and augmented reality, for example, for touristic or leisure apps. Maybe if you want to go to a museum, but you don't know if you are going to like the exposition of the museum, maybe you can use a virtual reality or augmented reality tour just to previously see what are you going to visit. And also GPS solution that help us to monitor, for example, the state of the traffic. I don't know if you have used Google Maps, and if you open Google Maps in a city, in some places, the map indicates that this place has a lot of people, or here there is a jam, and or even when you have your itinerary, and you have the route, the path you want to follow during your trip, some parts of this path are marked in red. Google knows that these places or these areas of the city are really populated at this moment thanks to the GPS. Google just detects that there are, imagine 500 GPS at this zone, and it says, okay, 500 people. Here, there are a lot of people, so I am going to inform just in order to help you to design another route or another path to go to work, for example. And here we have an example, Barcelona Smart City, a Spanish city. Barcelona Smart City has an intelligent bus network. That means that 95% of the city's residents access to a high performance bus service. It is linked to an app that shows you the different buses and the availability. Even some cities, you can buy your ticket through your smartphone, so everything is connected. This intelligent bus network uses GPS sensors to improve the urgent medical services. Imagine that there is a jam, but the ambulance doesn't know that in this place of the city there's a jam, so the ambulance got stuck in this place, and they could not reach the hospital, or they could not reach the patient. So with the GPS, the ambulance knows which parts of the city are better to follow, just in order to reach the hospital, for example. And then we have another app that is called Bustia Ciudadana. It is an app that allows citizens to send information about issues. For example, you imagine that you're walking in the city and you see a stoplight that it is broken, a traffic light that does not work, or an overflowing dumpster. So you can use the app, write down the incidents, and send it to the government, and somebody will solve this situation, and the government can act over these different issues that the citizens have identified in the city. So as I said, the different digital technologies, we have the sensors and Internet of Things just to monitor different aspects of the city. Also the artificial intelligence together with the big data in order to anticipate. Just imagine that, for example, you have a commercial street, but the public transportation does not reach this commercial street. So you can register how many people visit this part through different data that you collect with the sensors. You use artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence tells you, see, this part of the city is going to have a lot of people walking, or a lot of people is going to visit this commercial street because there are a lot of shops. And then the government creates a new public transport line in order to help or to connect this street with other parts of the city. Just imagine. Also virtual reality and augmented reality, specifically for touristic or leisure activities, and also the GPS, as I have previously explained. Some ideas that I give to you in order to develop, just in case you don't have any. Traffic vehicles, solutions for traffic of vehicles and people, and not only cars or buses or the underground. You can also keep in mind that some cities are perfect to ride a bike. Medical services too, to help, as I said, with this, with the ambulances, to inform about the traffic and so, and also the utilization of medical services. Tourism apps to attract people to visit your city. Air and water consumption or quality monitoring, or to calculate the consumption, as I said, in the city. Some solutions for public transportation. Some solutions also for commerce, shopping and leisure. You can connect a commercial zone, all the commerces or the shops of this zone can be connected, for example. Sustainability and climate change are also possible solutions inside the city. Then social inclusion apps, for example, to monitor or to help people that are suffering gender violence or whatever. The quality of life and economy apps that will improve these two aspects in the city, or also for city services, for example, for the waste collection, for the parks, for the schools, or whatever. You have here some examples of the cities that are in your country and that have developed a smart city solution. So you have the different links you can visit and to see what is offering your country. And now it's your turn. The homework you're going to have for the next session is to work in groups. You are going to develop a brainstorming session. I'm going to give you a template for that you have to fill and to deliver to your teachers, and they will send it to us just to monitor and to check that you have worked on it, and yet you have watched this video and you have learned about this video. This template just includes different points. Why have you selected this sector, for example, and you have to reflect there the results of your brainstorming. And as always, your teachers and your mentors will assist you through the contact emails that you have in the end of this presentation and on our website. So these are your homework. I hope this session has been useful for you. Thank you very much for attending this first and for watching this first video, and see you in session 2. Bye.